is too long.
What's good, people? What's good, YouTube? Live. Thank you for tapping in. Sunny winters.
Koko tries.
We here. We just chopping it up. We wanted to do a kind of quick video. I wanted to do a quick video, just having a conversation about what's going on in Haiti. This channel is pretty diverse. So we got the Sunny Winters experience, and we got On the Run with Sun. Part of the Sunny Winters experience is just conversation, enlightenment, world issues, issues amongst my people. So and just people on the planet in general. Today we're talking about Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
These 17 hostages in Haiti, 16 U.S., 1 Canadian, 5 of them are kids. The hostages so far as taken claim is the 400 Mowozo, and that's a gang out of we're gonna say gang out of Port-au-Prince. We're gonna say, right?
Yeah.
Sound like they're fighting over territory.
They're called the Mowozo. I'm not completely sure who. So there are 2 different gangs that are fighting over territory. And so pretty much after the president was assassinated in July, everyone has pretty much, when I say everyone, citizens, bandits. I don't know if you recall earlier in the year, there was a breakout of one of the prisons in Port-au-Prince.
Right, that was earlier this year as well.
Yeah, so pretty much ever since the president has been was assassinated, everyone has pretty much taken the streets.
Like you said, it's been anarchy pretty much.
Exactly. So these 2 opposing gangs are fighting for territory. In Mowozo, which is 400 Mowozo, they kidnapped those 17 individuals, and right now it's like a standoff, fighting for territory. They don't want any businesses to be open. No one should be attending schools. If they are opening up businesses, they will pretty much, come through and handle it. You should be shut down. There shouldn't be no schools open. Shouldn't be, you know how in Haiti is known for those women with the baskets on their heads. None of that is going on right now in that area. So it's a lot.
This is a common thing around the world where like cartels take over cities, and cartels run the government, or rebels of certain countries from the hills come down. They want to take over what they find to be corrupt regimes and stuff like that. This just kind of hits a little closer to home, because of, family and stuff like that. It hits really close to home. We being from Flatbush and just West Indian roots and neighbors.
And mind you, too, I mean, kidnapping isn't anything that's new in Haiti. My parents, even growing up, they'll tell you when to go to Haiti and when not to go to Haiti, because it's something common. So when you go to Haiti as a diaspora, you stand a chance of getting kidnapped and being held ransom for. So they'll contact your family back in the States and tell you, and let them know.
Well, for the people who don't know what a diaspora is,
a diaspora is pretty much someone like me. Well, I'm not considered a diaspora. I guess I would be considered a diaspora. A diaspora is normally someone who is who was born in Haiti and they now reside in the States. And so they're a citizen of the States and they go back and forth. So locals in Haiti consider them to be diaspora.
Diaspora sounds like it means food.
Yeah, so the reason why I would
diaspora
say that
means
I'm not exactly, pretty much.
You food. You going back and forth.
Well, I guess I would be food too.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, when people are hungry, though, at this point, we all food. You understand? Like, everybody's food. Anything moving is food. That's why, with me, I have like an ill position with it, because while I know it's foul and I know it, it definitely shouldn't be done, I like to more so look at the root of it, how you always say, what's the reason behind it? Because this is where the reason really matters at.
Right.
And in a way, we're all more part of the reason than we think. You know what I'm saying? How people would tell you, and I always hear people say, don't go to Haiti at this time, or it's a bad time to go to Haiti. That kind of perpetuates fear. That kind of perpetuates, the person that's in that upper hand position to keep doing what they're doing, because it's in a way it's like applying pressure. So the pressure is now working. the word is out. Don't come out here if you a Jasper. Don't come out here if you're looking to do a documentary. Don't come out here if you're looking to do missionary work. But the problem, I think, is that because I mean these are children of Haiti that's doing this. So like most rebellions and uprisings, it happens for the love of the country and the hatred for the
and
position.
Like you said, they hungry. So you know, people coming through and they see, you know, individuals rolling through who are I don't want to say wealthy, but who are doing well, coming through from other countries and
doing better than
exactly.
And things always look better on the other side. So you're able to travel and you coming from America or wherever, it's like.
And remember, this day and age of social media, they see what's going on in other parts of the world. You know what I mean? Like they see the glitz and glams, and you coming through for vacation here, and we can't leave. We have to stay. So I guess right now enough is enough. But just like I said, this isn't new. This is something that happens often. They are always kidnapping.
And it seems maybe that even with just go around, something might only be being said because it's Americans, because it's Canadians. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
like you said earlier, it's on our timelines because
Jasperat is actually a Haitian thing. So that's actually Jasperat is a Haitian American. Nobody ever talked about Jasperat kidnappings that I've heard of so far. So you're right. That brings up a great point. That's the kids of Haiti actually preying on other people from Haiti. And
they said we're gonna switch it up now. So we were kidnapping Jasperat.
But now and that goes into kind of what we were saying earlier. Like, so now what? Do you pay $1 million?
I mean, you made a reasonable.
I mean, I was just speaking on why the U.S. doesn't negotiate. Why do you know?
Well, the way it seems, these people aren't playing. So there's no type of negotiating going on, and no one's responding to their requests. Something is definitely going to happen to those hostages.
Zulu just wanted to be on the. It's not the same if he's not on.
If he doesn't interrupt.
Yeah, he doesn't interrupt. I mean, definitely negotiating gives a vibe that we can keep.
Do you think they should negotiate?
Well, see, for me, negotiation. Well, see, there's a difference between paying up and negotiation. I think negotiations should take place. 1,000% negotiations have to take place. Negotiations with two sides put their separate grievances or solutions on the table and come up with a common plan that all could agree on moving forward. Paying the money isn't a solution. That isn't a negotiation. That's me paying you for this coming back, and now you're gonna go get some more. It's gonna be now it's gonna be a thing where you're gonna make money like this, and it's not gonna ever really get to what the actual grievances are.
And others will see how easy it
is. Of course, you know what I'm saying. So it's
not just others in Haiti, but
around the world, and that's any country. Not just with us, but just in relations. It just doesn't really happen like that. And as we see, that a lot of money has been allocated that they say to police, 231 million. I think the U.S. claims to have given, not to mention all the aid relief. So I think a lot of the issues need to be resolved or at least start to be looked at from within. Obviously, if the president can get assassinated in this day and age with security and cameras and technology and just manpower and training and even that type of money backing it, it just says a lot. I'm really, got my people in Haiti in my heart. I want to see things get better, but we definitely got to have a real conversation about it. And, I definitely want to know y'all thoughts. I definitely leave your thoughts in the comments. Definitely hit me up. This is the Sunny Winters Experience. If you didn't already, hit the subscribe button. What do you see as a because this hurts all around tourism.
Right.
This hurt. Nobody wants to go for tourism. I don't know how tourism was doing. Haiti's actually a beautiful place, so tourism can do very well. DR does very well. They share the same land. I'm not sure some of the things that the grievances are, but the main thing is being hunger, starvation, not a lot of resources. as far as infrastructure goes to the outskirts.
Jobs, roads.
But all that comes together. Once you start putting together roads, it's gonna put together jobs and
Right.
put together infrastructure. But right now, it's all about these gangs. And we got a couple of things I want to hear from these gangs. We got some clips from actually some of the stuff they were saying. I'm not sure how this audio will be, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So here is one of the gang members from the 400 Mowozo. He's talking to a gentleman outside of a home, which seems to be in Haiti.
Speaking to a journalist.
And he's giving his little insight.
It looks like a civilian, might have been a professor of some sort, excuse me because I might be wrong, was killed by them. And so the reporter is asking them, or the journalist is asking them, have they, given the body back to his family? Continue. He was working with whatever officials in the area, and the officials took over the body and did what they had to do with it.
Tout territoire chonet et puis ou même l'autre territoire l'autre pas qu'à poser là-dedans les réserves sont déblindés ou trois blindés.
So just like I was saying, they're fighting over territory. So he's saying that in their mind, I guess someone took over, one of the gangs took over the territory, and the ones who lost are refusing to give it up. And so it's still guns ablaze. It's still hot over
until
there.
They give it up.
Until they give it up.
En deuxièmement, on a cherché Cliff. En troisièmement, on a cherché Chihuahua.
So they're looking for 4 guys. This is Mowozo. One of them is 4 arms. They're looking for, bring it back some because I want to hear.
Alex.
Quatrièmement, on a cherché. En deuxièmement, on a cherché Cliff.
They're looking for Cliff, 4 arms.
On a cherché Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Quatrièmement, on a cherché Alex.
And Alex. So 4 arms, Chihuahua, Cliff, and Alex are the 4 guys they're looking for right now.
This has nothing to do with the kidnappings. This has to do with the war that's going on.
Exactly.
So apparently somebody got their hands on 17 tourists, and now if they get this bread, that'll help fuel this back and forth.
I'm guessing. I mean,
we're guessing. We're trying to keep up here with what's going on as well.
But it sounds like they are the ones with the 17.
They definitely claim responsibility for the 17 hostages.
But I'm not understanding, why are they holding 17 hostages if they're fighting over territory with the other local gang members?
But they gotta get some money though. Like, we hurting right now. Y'all not gonna just come in the middle of this fight and that's what they saying. My thing is, missionaries and journalists and different type of aid people are usually off limits. Journalists, photographers.
Hence why this journalist is able to be in whatever.
Because he got a little pull. He knows somebody. He got some juice, as they say. How you say juice in Creole?
Jus.
The jus. I got the jus. Jus. Jus is like a word you're going to get a kiss from. Jus. Jus.
Non, si nous entrer kayon moun nan zone nan connaît que son antenne no gen, yo di nou 4 points qu'on demeure là. Après ça nous met tout moun nan zone nan en confiance. Si épée qui au tapé pour entrer la caillou. Pour gen confiance nous parce que nous marcher caille. Nous prend microphone, nous dit
So these 4 guys that they're looking for, right? they're saying that so the reporter asked them, what about the civilians? They're afraid for their lives, rightfully so. um, what do you say to the civilians in the events while you guys are doing these home invasions, so on and so forth? And he said, he's saying that, we've named the 4 guys we're looking for. So if you're not one of the 4 guys we're looking for, when we come to your neighborhood, they get on the mic to say, this is who we're looking for. If you're not that guy, then you have no worries. We're just coming in to get who we're looking for. Pretty much is what he's saying. Stay in your home if you're not.
Mind your business. We come
exactly. And when they do come through your home, and this guy, one of the 4 guys they named, is in your home, just stay low. Don't put up any force, because you're not one of those guys that they're looking for. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely. Everybody better get what he's saying. I get what you said. It sounds to me like infrastructure. When we're talking about infrastructure, so security is needed. I hear a lot about kidnaps. I hear a lot about rapes. I hear a lot about just different problems.
Since back in the day.
Of course.
Since I was a little girl.
But I think it's because it's swaying, like most small countries that starting from scratch, the politics sway. So when this person's in office, they got this military backing them. When this person's off, they got this military backing them. But at least in those type of infrastructures, I think that they had like a base military, and then they got like the separate guys with guns behind them. In these situations, it's just guys with guns. Whoever got the bigger gun, and if they get their hands on 17 million, you know what I'm saying, it could be bad. It could be bad because now they got more guns, they got more power. That kind of feeds the ego.
There's definitely some type of government official backing these guys, because
you think it's government official backing them?
It has to be, because it doesn't make, like, the way they're running wild and just
how you say like bad mind in Creole.
They call them bandits, bandit.
Bandit. It's a bandit, a big bandit. That's, and if you think about it, like you said at the beginning though, a lot of this has been going, especially with the violence. Haiti's already been suffering from earthquakes, hurricanes, the regular stuff that the Caribbean region and specifically Haiti goes through. But since the jailbreak, it seemed like it's been an uptick of, them dudes came right through the wall. So we're gonna have to do a part 2. I gotta dig though. This is just happening.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do more research, because I want to look into the opposing gang, the other gang that they're fighting over for territory. I was caught some Mowozo, but who's the other gang?
Yeah, I wanted to have this initial conversation to just spark some thought, get some conversation going, and when we come back, we call it part 2. We can really just dive into it, and like you said, get into the other gang and get into where the infrastructure breakdowns are at. So it's more than just a conversation and more detail. Maybe we'll get some people involved. You want to get in that conversation? We'll have like a Zoom or something and put it together. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. You got anything you want to say, or that you forgot in this conversation?
No,
it's just a convo.
Just a convo.
No, sir. Check her out. Now she on her Creole, French proper. Yo, appreciate y'all, man.
Deuces.
Yo, Haiti, man, stay up. Hold y'all head out there, please. You know what I mean?